Hello, everyone. I wanted to do what I hope to be just a short video, kind of discussing where I've been and where I am now. I try to take everybody's thoughts and criticisms of me into consideration and reflect upon them. And I hope that everyone that watches this channel and watches my nerdy audio videos realizes that I do not consider myself a expert on any of this. But when I am speaking about audio, I'm speaking from experience, and I just want to share those experiences. Um, Most know a little bit about my history, but for those that don't, I grew up here in Washington my whole life. I've known about this subject since I was a young boy, and actually had an experience with my father where we found tracks in the late 70s. I had a class at WSU with Grover Krantz, and I followed the subject. I wasn't oblivious to it, basically, but I didn't really actively search out these creatures until after an experience in 2013. But before that, in 2011, I'd actually had an experience while fishing Rife Lake. Back in that time, my obsession was bass fishing, and I was a member of a club, and I fished competitively. And me and another member of the club were fishing Rife Lake in late September, and we actually had a knocking experience that went on for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes while we were fishing the south shore of Rife Lake, which butts up against the Gifford-Pinchon National Forest. Anyways, that kind of spurred a new interest in the topic for me, and I started following podcasts and watching YouTube. In that time period, I actually discovered the BFRO, and I contacted them about that experience, and I talked to a very nice investigator whose name escapes me at this point in time. But we talked about that knocking experience as well as the tracks that me and my father had found. Around 2013, me and my son had an intensive experience at the Skamania County Campground on the Columbia River, and that's when I decided to actively research, go out into the field, and investigate this subject. I had heard David Ellis and Shane Corson on different podcasts, and Derek Randall's. One of the podcasts I listened to included Sarah and Jonathan Brown, and I actually reached out to Sarah about the audio they were capturing, and she's the one that first introduced me to Sonic Visualizer, which David had introduced her to. Shortly after that, I contacted Derek and the OP and signed up for an expedition. I went on this expedition, and I got to meet Shane in person, many others in person, as well as David Ellis. And David very quickly became kind of my mentor. I'm sure I drove him nuts that first year, sending him audio clips. But it was a natural progression for me to find information. And the more I recorded it in the area I was recording, the more I really fell in love with learning the known animal sounds, and it was amazing to me how many sounds I was unaware of before I started recording. I might have started out looking for Sasquatch, but I discovered so much more when I actively started recording. And I eventually contacted Monongahela, and he helped me, as well as David and Chuck Madsen. I talked to Chuck quite a bit back then. All great people who have helped me and I've learned from. Around 2017, or actually 2016, Shelly Montana Covington introduced me to Kirk Brandenburg, who then introduced me in 2017 to Nathaniel Bronis. Nathaniel was a very passionate, tech-savvy young man that helped me quite a bit in figuring out how to record longer, how to record better. He introduced me to some of the technologies that the guys like Charles Kimbrough and Monongahela were using back east with their long duration units, and it's just progressed from there. So I guess what I'm getting at, I didn't do this all on my own, and I have always given credit where credit is due, and everybody that I've just talked about has helped me greatly in getting to the point where I'm at now. And I do not consider myself an expert. I still consider myself a student of nature, a student of the known animals and what's happening out there. And I love it. I love what I do. I absolutely love going out into the wilderness and recording audio when no humans are around. Or at least I hope no humans are around. And when I speak on my channel, I hope no one ever gets the impression I think I know everything. I don't, and I will be the first to admit when I'm wrong about something. But I do speak from experience. I've literally recorded full years of nighttime audio. I've recorded tens of thousands of hours of audio, and I've reviewed it. I've vetted it. I've spent thousands of hours in the Macaulay Library Sound, researching known animal sounds, talking with those around me about sounds. So when I speak about sounds on this channel and my channel, I'm speaking from some experience. Do I ever consider myself better or more superior to anybody else in the field of audio? No, never. I'm an amateur. I'm a self-taught amateur, but I've been doing it for 10 years, and my opinion does matter. And if you don't agree with my opinion, that's fine. That's up to you. Needless to say, I just want to do this video to talk about why I do what I do. And this channel, I started because it's stuff I wanted to hear, I wanted to know, and I always hope that the stuff that I put up is relevant to those that want to see it, is helping others that want to get into this. And if you are interested in audio, I encourage you to go out there and record and learn. It's added so much more to my life. I love nature, and I've found a niche that suits me, and I encourage everybody to find that niche that suits them. If audio is not your thing, that's okay. You know, I went into this, as I said, looking for Sasquatch, and I've come away learning so much more than I ever thought imaginable. So I wish everyone the best for 2025. Enjoy the outdoors and enjoy learning about the outdoors. Take care.